Alright guys, welcome back. Dusty. I've been doing some woodworking in here. I'll show you a little of that later maybe, but this is the final patches I have to do on this Camaro. This trunk is really good shape. So there's a little bit of rust right there. You can see that's where the frame rail comes up. I looked underneath, the frame rail seems fine, so I think I'm just patching it. I don't know. So I got this piece here I'm going to set there. I've started trimming this piece away, as you can see there. So that's going to sit in pretty tight there. I'm going to do a little more trimming right here. This metal I got, it's really thick, nice metal, really strong. I think they're dividers out of a filing cabinet kind of deal, but anyway, I'm gonna use it to patch this, like I said. So I'm just sneaking up on it. I was gonna make a template, but I'm like, maybe I'll just sneak up on it. It looks pretty good. I got a little gap there, so I'm gonna trim that a bit more. So the curve is pretty good, so I think I'm just gonna come in closer, same curve. Kind of like that, maybe, and around that area. See what happens. So, I mean, that would probably be fine. It fits the curve really nice there. Except I got this little hole there, so I'm gonna bring the curve right over to that opening there. Right over to where I made this little cut. So, yeah, right to here is what I think I'll do. Follow that curve like that. And that should be good. I'll cut that off. Don't need that. So yeah, as you can see, I'll just cut that along there. Should have a clamp there. Now, that fits really nice in there. I would like to make it out of one piece with a, if I had a shrink or stretcher, I could bend that lip up and then make a little flange and then, whatever, but I don't have that at the moment. So, between that piece and that piece, I think that's going to patch this side, because that's all there really is to there. So, you can see there, it fits in nice. I got to bend it as I tack it, I'll bang it down. I'm gonna cut this off here. It's too long. I'm overlapping that other piece, but for now I'm just sizing it up. So, and then I got a couple more of these for this side as well. You can see here. You can see right there. That's the frame rail, and it's solid. It's just, if you've seen the videos on this car before, this was all mice nests and stuff like that. So that's the problem here, is all the mice got into it and ate away all their feces and their whatever, ate away all the metal kind of thing. So there are some holes there, but I just, frame is solid. I'm going to trim some of this metal back before I start welding. I'm just making some patches for the moment. So that one's going to go there. Of course, I'm going to trim it again. And then this one, I will do the same thing. I will sneak up. I could probably actually make a mirror copy of that other side, and it would work perfectly in here. And then I'm going to have to make a patch for there, because that's corroded too. But again, solid steel. It's just the tin around it. The sheet metal from the nesting and all the feces and everything. I guess it's like acidic, I don't know, but it ate away the metal. Pretty crazy. But that seems like it's going to work to me. So I'm going to try and copy this piece from that other side. So there we go. Just copy that right on there. Trace it off. black on black, not so visible, but I can see it when the light shines on it, so that's fine. And hopefully it works. I guess I could just try this piece over there. Didn't think of that, just flip it over. Yeah, that will work. It will work. I'm just going to have to bend the up a bit, but it will work. So we'll get to cutting this. Pretty good. So you can see it fits, but I got to just bend this a bit right about there. So if I just put it in place, 1 second. Come over here to the anvil. I'm just going to start rolling this a bit. Come over here to the anvil and just start rolling this a tiny bit here. I probably don't even need it that far. Let's see. Yeah, it's like that kind of deal. So now that it's kind of curved, I can get that and start tacking it. And then I can pound it down into place. Actually, what am I thinking? I should just cut this off, because I'm going to have to make that whole piece anyway. Yeah, or I could double it up, make it even stronger, I guess. We'll see, But I am going to do a little more cutting on that, because it's not right to the wall. So I'm going to scribe that. And I guess it's not identical to the other side, so let's just give it a little scribe here. Stay in place, can't do this one-handed. It's impossible one-handed. Yeah, I think I just gotta trim it up here a little bit. So I'm gonna cut this off, like I said, because I am gonna have to make a whole patch for up there. So this is coming off here. And then I think I'm just going to scribe it there a little bit to get it in closer. Yeah, cut this off at the bend. Okay, so that fits really nice now. Really nice there. And then this one's gonna come up right into there. And I don't know if I should just overlap this and weld it on for strength, or just trim it all off and butt weld it. I don't know, it doesn't really matter. It's in a trunk pan. I'm just gonna rocker guard all this probably, or maybe trunk liner it, or you know, the box liner for the trucks. But let's see what I have I can make that with now. That's just a simple little wraparound patch, which I don't think I'll be cutting much out of there because there's double structure there. So I'm just gonna grind out as much as I can. I'm gonna get some, before I weld any of this, I'm gonna get some rust converter, paint it all on this stuff, and then I will weld to it. Maybe some weld through primer, I don't know, something like that. But yeah. All right, so I found this, another piece of the same metal, made some marks on it. I'm gonna make a patch for that. I got this really old Brown and Boggs foot shear, just an old manual foot shear. You just step on it, but it works really well. Just like that, nice clean cuts. This is the fanciest tool I have. I don't have any other fancy tools. So get what you get. This isn't. This is just a hobby for me. Obviously, I'm not a. There you go. I'm not a professional, and I'm not. Every day's a learning day. I'm just learning this stuff, so yeah, it is what it is. But yes, from my old refrigeration days, I used to do heating and air conditioning. This is quite the tool. This wasn't mine, but it was a friend of mine's, and I got it from him. He was in the heating and air conditioning as well. Works really well. It's ancient, but man, it takes a beating. So I made this piece. That's gonna go there. And after I tack it, I'll beat it around the corner, and it'll sit in there and weld down tight. So what we got here is that to that to that. That's going to be our complete piece right there. Same on both sides. Very simple. And I am gonna cut out what I can. But like I said, up in there, I'm not going to cut that out. That's frame and everything. And then there's a double wall structure there. I don't want to get into the lower level of that. I am going to put rust converter on it. I don't have any today, so I won't be doing any welding, unfortunately. But that's it. I'm going to make one more little piece for there. Same thing there, it's just a square. And then as you weld it, you tap it into place. Not a big deal. But that's it. That's my, and then the whole car is done. Well, the floors are done, not the whole car. The whole car needs a lot of work. It's yeah, I haven't put the seats, anything back in it yet, but like I said, this car runs and drives. It's pretty good. It's not my, you know, I don't know what to say about it. It is what it is. I'm not going to paint it. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to clean it up and drive it. Have fun with it. Drift it. Who knows? It's a fun little toy. It's got a little paint chip there and became a rust, and it has some Bondo right there. And I think that's the only Bondo in the whole car, to be honest. The door might have been dented in at one time and someone fixed it. It has had a repaint. Somebody painted this chrome, but not the rest of it for some reason. But everything seems to work on it. It has a mild tranny leak, a little tiny one. Fill it up every, couple of months. But other than that, I don't know if I'll get it fixing that or not either. But that's it. That's the video for today. Like I said, I'm not welding because I don't have any rust converter. And I don't want to put that on there with all that decay there. So that's it for me for today. Hope everybody's having a great day. It's pretty snowy here today. The snow was coming down pretty good. As you can see, every day out here. This is a little planter I made out of a sewage pipe, and you can see the accumulation on it. It's crazy. But that's nothing. But yeah. All right. Hope everyone's having a great day. Again, if you like what you're seeing, hit me up, subscribe, comment, like, whatever. Thanks. All right. So I bought this spray-on rust converter paint made by Rust Check. It's supposed to convert the rust. You don't have to. I cleaned off some of it on the sheet metal. You're supposed to leave the rust so it can convert it, and it turns it into a black paint like that. So I sprayed it on both sides. Let it dry. I did a few coats. Now I think I will just start welding in my pieces like that. Clean up around the edges where I have to weld. And then here, what I think I'm going to do is make a thin, flat like piece to go in there, and then weld it to this one and to the wall. That way it ties everything together really nice and tight. I mean, I could just tack weld it along here and then seam seal it, I guess. But I think I want to make a flange kind of thing there and then weld it all together. And I'll do that on both sides. And then it will be nice and tight and right, I guess. Well, not right, I guess. This probably isn't the proper way to do this. Like I said, this isn't a high-end car, not a high-dollar car. I'm not putting a lot of money into it. I was going to cut out a lot of this metal, but after buying that paint and reading it, it says it's a rust converter, and you don't have to. I got rid of the decaying metal. And like I said, there was some rust on the structure underneath and stuff, but it's not rotted through. So I think it's fine. I'm just going to lap weld all this on here and stitch weld it maybe, and then seam seal it. I don't think it needs to be fully welded. Just a trunk pan. So I'm going to get to doing that. I'm going to clean up some of the area and then start tacking it in and see what happens. Alright, so I've started tacking that in there. Not the easiest spot to get in there. You got to manipulate the metal as you go. So, you know, I'd rather use my left hand to tack with, but push this metal down. Give a little tack to hold it, let it cool, move it on. Let that cool down a bit. And you can start manipulating the metal to fit a little tighter in there. Like I said, this side I'm going to just put a little, like a 1-inch strip along that wall, and I'll tack it to this end of this, and it'll tie it right in. I was just gonna tack it to the wall there. I mean, I could, I guess. It's, yeah, let me try to clean it up and see what's there. I was just gonna, I didn't want to get into peeling all the seam sealer up, but I don't think there's much there. Definitely should have cleaned it before I put it in. If I was going to do it this way, but you know, okay. Definitely a tight little spot to work in here. Anyway, it would look a lot, I think it would look a lot cleaner with the strip in there. That's not welding very well there. There's a bit of a gap. Could coat hanger it, I guess, but I don't like using a door hanger. I would joke about that, but anyway, you can see how that's kind of going. Stitch it in there. I'll do a bunch more welds on that. I got to make the other piece. Goes in around the top here. I think I'll cut this piece for that. It's going to go up in around the top part. I think I might still cut that strip to go in there. Only about 1 inch. Just look a lot cleaner than those welds in the corner there, I think. Just, it will give it more strength for sure. So I think I'll do that. I'm happy with lap welding it. It's just sheet metal that's been decayed there by animal feces that was built up in a nest. The frame underneath is absolutely fine. So I'm happy with just lap welding it. It gives it more strength. The car's, I'm not painting this car. I'm not doing anything with this car. So it's, you know, it is what it is. It's just not a, snow's blowing in here, but anyway, yeah. So let me try and I'm gonna do a bunch more welding. I guess you don't want to watch that, and then I'm gonna try the other side. All right, I moved on to the other side. Starting to tack weld that in. Got the first piece in there. I'm gonna start banging it down as I'm going. It's a little different, but not much. anchored into place. That's pretty good so far. Now this piece will slide up on there, and then we're going to do the strip around the edge again. I think I got these two sides mixed up. I think this one was supposed to go over there because they don't fitting as well as they did when I sized them up. But anyway, what can you do? Trace out a little spot here to clean this metal. Again, I'm not going to cut it away, I'm just lapping it. Gives it way more strength. And obviously it's easier too. Getting in there, there's all kinds of structure under there. I don't want to get into cutting and butting all that. Butt that in there like that. I'm going to bend it, start bending it. I'm going to tack it where it's hitting, and I'll bend this side down, and then bend the other side down, and so on until it fits. The lighting is horrible in here. You really can't see. Totally missing those welds because I can't really see in here. But so I'll just hold that down, start tacking it. Push that down. You can see that in there what I'm doing, but maybe not. The light might be in the way, but you need the light. Anyway, just forming the metal down around the body as I'm going so it fits properly. And like I said, there's going to be a strip along there to fill that in, and I'll weld to this end to this. Something like that will go in there. An inch and a half maybe, and it'll just wrap around. Pretty simple. It's really hard for some reason today for me to see these welds. So it's not going the greatest, but there's like a big, I'm like, the sun's at my back here with the, I'm in the garage with the door open, and it's causing a big reflection on the, so I can't really see a whole lot here. It's not the best. I'm missing them. They're getting really ugly. The other side was better. The way the light's reflecting in here is horrible. Yeah, maybe I'll try to shut. I don't know if I shut this door I won't get any light, but I'll try to shut the door a bit. Make it on myself. See how that goes. I think that's better. That's pretty tight in there. Some welding down on the bottom here. Missed those well. Alright, so you can see the gist of what I'm doing here. It's getting there. Gonna hold that down some more. Throw a couple more tacks up at the top there. And the lighting is horrible. The lighting's a little better now that I closed the door, but it's still very, very bad. Holy, I'm gonna give up on that for today because it's not going well. The other side, this side actually went really well. This side, the welds are just horrendous. I can't see what I'm doing with the light behind me and there's not enough light inside. And my hands are freezing, all that kind of business. It's a really cold day here. It was like minus 35 or something like that this morning. I don't have any heat in this shop, so it is really cold. So, but anyway, I got them started. They're tacked in. I got the rust converter underneath that. like I said, I'm just going to stitch them all the way around like that. I'll do a little more. I'll go, you know, almost fully welded, but I'm not going to go crazy, and I'm not even going to grind it down. And then I'll probably seam seal it, and then just paint over it with some rocker guard or box liner or something like that. And then that's it for this Rustmaro. Everything on it, the floors are basically all patched up. Yeah, like I said, I did the inside already. I just threw some of the interior back in, but you can see here the inside's all basically done. Can't see the back because the seats are in there, but it needs new interior. The animals, again, the animals got into it right, so that's basically what happened to it. So that side's coming along. I got to do some more welding around the back side. And everything is just really cold today, and not that the light is playing is really weird. So anyway, thanks for watching. This is a two-part video. I did the other video, I didn't have the paint, the rust converter, and I didn't post it, so now I'm just gonna add them together, and you'll see it's a two-part video. And anyway, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and I hope everybody's having a great day. Thanks for watching.